Hi guys, it is Sandra here, and I have to apologize because this is really late getting up and it is Saturday today, which means it's not really weigh-in Wednesday, but I'm gonna go as if it was Wednesday, and I'm sorry. First of all, I did record a video on Wednesday, but there was something on the lens of my camera and it was going in and out of focus, and I didn't realize it till I went to upload it at about 11 o'clock at night, and I said there's no way I'm gonna re-record it now, and if it's doing it a little bit now, I'm sorry, I can't figure out my camera, and I'm not very tech savvy, so I'm not sure how to correct that problem. If it goes like in and out of focus, I don't know. I'm trying to sit really still so that it doesn't like focus on my hands as much. So that's why I didn't get up on Wednesday, and then I ended up getting sick, and then we got really busy. I am going through every nook and cranny in my house, deciding what I am going to sell, what I'm going to keep, what I'm going to donate, and what I am going to dump. There is a reason as to why we are going through our entire house so frantically, but I'm going to do that in a separate update on a different video. So, this past week, and remember this is as if it was Wednesday, I'm sorry. So this past week, I've started doing weight resistance, I guess, in a sort of way. I have added wrist weights to my exercise routines. When I go and walk and jog, I use wrist weights. Not so much when I jog because I don't want to like tear anything bad, but when I do walk, I use wrist weights. And then if I want to switch over to jogging, I just put them on my ankles until I'm done jogging, and then I'll put them back on my wrists. So I'm starting to see, I'm looking at in my camera so I can see where I'm pointing, but like in this area, they're starting to get some muscles, not much, but I can tell like looking down there's more of like a little bit of definition coming there, and then in this area. Now this, I still really want to work on, but I am starting to see stuff up here. I was fries actually today, so this wasn't like Wednesday, but I'm going to add it anyway. So we're going through my closets, and I found a pair of jeans that I tried on a few weeks ago, and I was like, oh, they are way too small on me, and I haven't lost that much weight, so I'm just going to donate them. And then right before I put them in my donate bag, I tried them on one more time, and they're big on me, like big. I have to put a belt on. They're big on me, so I'm going to keep them because that feels good to be able to put on jeans that I knew were way too small. I couldn't even button them, and now they're too big. So that's fun. Another thing I'm doing is I use my milk jug. I kind of mentioned it on my Facebook, but I fill it up, and if it's filled up with a liquid water or whatever, it's just over 8 pounds. So what I've been doing with that is I fill it up, and I've been doing my bicep curls, and then since I'm not a fitness person, I don't know how else to explain them other than to show you. So put my arm behind my head, and then, you know, like lift it straight up, maybe tricep extensions of some sort, I don't know. And then we do this one. This one is actually a lot harder for me to do, but when you put it straight out, so I've been doing that, and where you lean over and you pull it straight up. I've been doing repetitions on both sides, and if you're in the crunch position and you're holding your jug and you twist your whole body, but don't relax, don't go out of the crunch position, stay in the crunch position, and it's not entirely sitting up, you know what a crunch is, and then you touch it down on one side and then the other, and then that side and then the other. So I've been doing that and I have been doing wall sits all along, but in squats, but what I've been doing now is I take my milk jug for my wall sits and I hold it straight out in front of me the whole time I'm doing wall sit, and I really feel like I'm feeling it more in my stomach area than as if I was just doing a regular wall sit. So those are some of the things I'm doing a little different. My diet, pretty much the same. I am adding little bits here and there as long as I'm keeping up with my portion control and as long as they're healthy, and I am trying to find healthier options for the things I once ate. So I just did a video recently on homemade ranch dip, which is a lot better for me, and it's low fat than what I was buying. So and I'm using a lot less of it. So I'm using things like that, like replacements for things I really, really like. And then we did a chicken meatloaf instead of just my regular really juicy, greasy meatloaf. And, you know, just making little changes to my diet. And as far as dieting goes, I've come to the conclusion I need to quit considering it dieting. Because when I think of dieting, I think of restricting and like these fad diets and things, and I'm not really doing that. I'm just eating healthy. So I guess it is my diet and whatever, but it's not something like, when I think dieting, I think of like, I'm going to diet for this long until I get to my goal and then I'm going to stop. And this isn't a thing I'm doing until I reach a goal. It's something I want to continue because it's the right thing for my body and it's a healthy thing to do. And as far as my long-term goals on juicing, I would like to continue just having juice right alongside my regular diet forever and ever. I mean, I'm liking it. It tastes good to me now. It didn't taste bad when I started, but I wasn't used to it. And now I actually crave it. I crave a good green juice from time to time. And it quenches my thirst so well. So I plan on continuing that. But yeah, exercise is kind of staying the same except for the little bit of weight resistance I've been doing. And I have a rule for myself. Every time I go to the bathroom, before I leave the bathroom, I have to do a wall sit. And yeah, as far as the milk jug goes, this is one of my tips for you guys if you want to do it. And this is the handy thing about it too. It already has a handle because it's a jug, right? You could do it with half a gallon if a gallon is too much. Or you could just put less water in there, however you can tolerate it. So what I do is I keep it on my dresser in my bedroom. A lot of times I like to watch TV in my bedroom, and during commercials it's right there. I can just grab it and do a couple things with it, and that way I don't feel like, ugh, I gotta exercise or I gotta do this or I gotta do that. It's right there, and it's commercial break. I don't like watching commercials, so during the commercial break I'll do a few repetitions of something or do a wall sit holding my gallon of milk or water. And yeah, so that's kind of how that's going. And I did try running again, and my shin splints just aren't healed enough to be doing that. I thought they were because they weren't really hurting me that much, and I went on one run and I was really regretting it when I got back. So I'm going to give it some more time to heal. It's still hot, so it still sucks going out of my workouts, but I'm still doing them. So let me look. Last week I was at my 20-pound mark. I weighed 190 pounds. Last week I lost 1 pound, so I had lost 20 pounds, which put me at my halfway point. And I remember last week saying that I would like to keep at a rate of at least 1 pound a week, which I did do this week. And it was so frustrating because after my video, I didn't lose weight, and I didn't lose weight, and I didn't lose weight. And I'm like, I'm going to have to do another Wednesday update of no weight loss. But I did end up losing 1 more pound. So I am out of the 190s and into the 180s, weighing in at 189 from my original weight of 210 pounds for a total of 21 pounds weight loss, which is awesome. It's awesome, you guys. It's a good feeling to know that I'm doing it, you know. I've tried things before. I've tried eating healthy before, and nothing has really worked. I mean, I could lose maybe 5 pounds here or there, but nothing has worked like this is working for me. And I really think it's part of it is the juicing, because I've been on a similar diet plan and exercise routine, and I've never seen any results. Like I said, maybe 5 pounds, 10 pounds at the most. And this, I'm seeing results, and because I'm seeing results now and seeing body changes, it keeps me more motivated. I think it's getting past that first part. A lot of times when I tried to do dieting or anything, I didn't see results right away. And by right away, I mean within the first few weeks, and I got discouraged and I just quit doing it. So if you have that problem, I would urge you to just stick with it a little while longer, because once you do start seeing changes in your body, it is so motivating. You know, I'm liking it. You know, I'm feeling good about myself, and yeah. So another thing I've noticed this past week is I'm thinking about myself differently. I view myself differently. And I never realized how negative I was towards myself in the past when I was heavier. But now that I am getting lighter, I'm realizing I was really quite hard on myself. I never really wanted to leave the house because I felt like I just looked too fat and people would look at me, or my stomach is too big, And I know that's not how you should be feeling about yourself. And I always thought, oh, I'm comfortable in my own skin. But really, I was lying to myself. I can tell that now. I never wanted to try on clothes. And when I did, I didn't like it. I just felt really awkward in my own skin. I didn't like it at all. And I was constantly negative towards myself in thought. You know, I'd look at the mirror and be putting myself down in my own head. I didn't need anybody to do it for me. I did it myself. I put myself down a lot. And that's not good. So, you know, the reason I started wanting to do this weight loss thing, it wasn't to prove anything to anybody else. It wasn't to impress anybody. It wasn't not even for my husband or anything like that. It was truly for myself. I got to a point where I don't think it would have been good for me emotionally to stay where I was. I was not comfortable with myself, and I think a lot of people get to that point where, you know, you can't have people telling you you need to lose weight, you need this, you need to do that, because it's not going to change anything. It comes to a point where it's your decision and you have the motivation to do it, and that's when it'll work for you. So that's kind of what I'm seeing now. I'm starting to feel a lot better about myself, and I find myself looking in the mirror and saying, hey, you know, you're doing good. I'm proud of you. And that's my thoughts towards myself now. So I'm liking that. And that's something I didn't expect to happen. So that's really nice to realize that, you know, I am proud of myself. I am sticking with it. And 21 pounds might not be a lot to some people, but it's huge for me. And it's changing how I feel about myself and my emotional state. So yeah. And since this is getting up late, you guys only have a few more days to wait till my next weigh-in Wednesday. So I'm really sorry again that it's late, and I will try to do better next week. And I look forward to giving you my next week's update. I will talk to you soon, guys. Bye, YouTube.